most of you will never spot a narcissist. And it's not because you're dopey, slow, whatever the case is. No, it's because you can never see them coming until you understand these 7 cues. You see, the whole point of a narcissist is for them not to be clocked. The whole point of a narcissist is they need to tell you that they're not narcissists, that they're all about you, that they care about you. And here's a fun fact. Robert Greene actually says that every single one of us possesses narcissistic traits. You're looking at, have you ever taken a selfie? Isn't that tell you that you're full of yourself? However, I'm not here to call you a narcissist, but I am here to help you understand how to spot some of them. And according to the books I've read in The Prince, The 48 Laws of Power, and so many others book on manipulation, power, and influence, these are the points that you need to look out for. Now, my name is Matt Chibaroga, and I'm a men's coach. I help men recalibrate and rebuild themselves. Again, my story is quite simple. Age of 7, my parents divorced, and now they've moved on. Of course, they're happily married, but so am I, and I've got a beautiful wife and child. Now, the mission is in that journey of me developing myself and understanding what works and what doesn't. I realized that a lot of men are struggling with the exact same struggles too. So I've decided to share insights, knowledge, and out of the 300 books probably I've learned on this matter, so that you can gain clarity on how to navigate your masculinity. All right, so let's dive in. So you see, I need you to understand that number one is I ignored those cues. So I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to make you feel low or any sort of thing. I'm actually here to tell you that don't do what I did, because if you do what I did, you're gonna end up shattered. You're gonna end up questioning your own sanity, and you're gonna end up missing out on the good people out there, because now instead of you being able to protect yourself from the bad people and allowing the good people in, you're going to protect yourself from everyone. Again, I have done that too. So these are the 7 cues you need to look out for. Number 1, XX flattery. You see, they will worship you at the start. They will make you feel like a king or queen. And this is not because it's not because they see you. They're just building leverage. I need you to understand this. Like I said, there's a part of us that actually is attracted to them, and until we become observers instead of being the observed, we're gonna fall bait to that very concept every single time. And what I mean by becoming the observer is, imagine you're in a cinema, okay? You're watching yourself from a screen, and you can see yourself on every single action you're taking, and you're saying to yourself, is this something I want to be doing? Or, hold on, this doesn't add up. You want to take your time and have the ability to connect your actions with the consequences or the outcomes you're looking for. If you don't do that, my friend, you're going to fall victim to the person that's observing you. Greene basically says that the best way for someone to manipulate you is by giving you admiration, to the point where they'll give it to you so much, so well, that you get adjusted to it, you feel good about it, and then when they take it away from you, you become dependent on it. Number 2, they will shift stories. Listen closely. Their backstory changes most times. One day they're the hero, then the next day they're the victims. And Machiavelli said it best: he who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. And I need you to understand that the only reason why this happens is because you are not observing enough. You need to observe, take notes, and be very, very clear and aware. And that's with anyone, whether they're good or bad. I need you to understand that the moment you're able to observe, take notes, and really study people and take your time in getting to know people, you're going to become a lot less subtle or prone to manipulation of things like that, right? So watch out for the shift in stories. Again, my personal experience with this was, I remember when I was, I'm not going to say the person, but again, the story was always like, At one point, he was the hero in the making, and then the other day, he was like the only person and no one wanted to look out for. So it's like every single time he's sharing the story, it's like, oh, wow, ooh. So, and I need you to understand that every truth is a half truth, right? And this is the law of polarities. So in other words, when you're now looking at the concept itself, technically, if every truth is a half truth, when he's saying the hero, then he's also the victim. When he's saying the victim, he's also the hero. But it's all about you taking the notes and understanding what perspective is coming from and reverse engineer what the outcome of that would be. I'm not saying you should calculate every single conversation you're having, but you should definitely observe, especially when the stories just seem like you can sense like the main character syndrome. A lot of times, genuine people that are genuinely grown can actually learn from their mistakes. Victims are very prone to become narcissists. Why? Because it's nothing to do with that. A narcissist doesn't feel that they have a problem with their narcissism. So when you sense a victim mentality, I'm not saying an actual victim, because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should always be in charge of the situation, no, but there's this certain mindset I want you to pick up on. I want to say this is like a very like, oh my gosh, pay attention to it, but very, very careful of the shifting stories. That's what I'm saying. Number 3, boundary testing. They will ignore your first no and smile about it. I need you to pay attention. They will test you. They will test to see if you're willing to walk away. And the moment you say, no, I'm not willing to, you've lost. You've got them exactly, they've got you exactly where they wanted. Because their whole point is they want to see how comfortable can they get in being able to do whatever they want without you raising the flag. And every single time you go back and forth, and then you get to a point where you're like, you know what, it's fine. What you're saying is, yeah, I'm happy. This is not the line. The line where I lose everything or I'm willing to walk away is far down. But you keep going for sure. If you don't want to do that, make sure your no means no. The first person to betray themselves is always you. Why? Because it's not really what they've done to you. It's what you allowed yourself to witness because you didn't stop yourself from doing that. Right? So don't betray yourself by betraying your boundaries. Number 3, chaos is currency, right? So their life is always on fire. They've got something always to look forward to, and this is a lot. Well, I'll probably say this is a bit more of a warning sign for women than men. The reason why I'm saying that is because you love the thrill, right? You love the emotion, excitement, the dopamine, and I need you to understand that a good relationship is boring. Get bored. If you're not bored, then you're in trouble. Because they thrill, again, don't be the observed, be the observer, right? Number 5, they will mirror masking. They will reflect your desires back at you. They will listen to you, pay attention to you, and say, this is everything that I can do for you, based on the fact that it's what you told them that you wanted to do for them. So I need you to understand that the danger of mirroring is that because it feels good to us, because there's a part of us, I'm not saying everyone, but there's a slightly tiny part of that wants to be satisfied. And that satisfaction comes when that person is able to mirror us, especially when they're good at it. Oh my gosh, she's giving me everything I ever wanted. The observer, the observer. Number 6, there's tiny signs of contempt. Narcissists struggle to hide how they're outsmarting you. So again, as you're observing, you're noticing the subtle signs that is like, ooh, is this person choosing to hold back here? Or does this person feel like they're being forced into a corner where if they had it their own way, they'll be way better at doing whatever it is you're doing, right? That subtle contempt, watch out for it. Again, these are signs that you won't see coming. This is the whole point of this video. But I need you to understand that these are signs that will now keep you alert enough to see if it's time for you to now spot and call what you're seeing a narcissist, or make the boundaries that protect you from not letting these things escalate. Number 7, energy drain. This is the best one. After every conversation, right, you feel depleted instead of energized, right? That's not chemistry, that's extraction. And the best way to describe this is they will feed on your life force until you tell them to stop. And once you tell them to stop, you have a choice to either set the hard no, or they will keep going. So there's two no's that come in. No, stop, and no, get out. Never cross this line again. All right? If you don't do this, this will compound onto what will cost you. What this will cost you is you not being able to recognize yourself. Now, I need you to understand, we need to stop doing this thing where we judge people by who they say they are. Don't judge people who they say they are. Judge them by their actions. Judge them by their patterns. And and I need you to understand that, again, I don't necessarily agree with what Machiavelli says in some things, but he said it's safer to be feared than loved. And I agree. And the reason why I agree is because there's a reason why kind people always get taken advantage of, because not everyone sees them as kind. Some people see them as, ooh, I can take advantage of this person. So your kindness must be a choice, because if it's not a choice, what's going to happen is someone will take advantage of it and you're not going to have the defense to stop them from doing that. So as you're kind, you need to understand how to protect your kindness. And as you're not so kind, learn how to be kind. It's all about balance. And this is what I'm big on in this channel, because I feel like as the world is developing, as social media is coming up, everyone is so interested in polarizing the whole thing. And I think there's truth in both camps. And this is why everyone is holding on to whatever they believe in. Every truth is a half truth. It's just about understanding how to pick the best from both camps and build your own camp. Now, if this is you, follow my channel for more value. And if you're interested in a one-to-one sessions where you feel like you've probably gone past the point where these 7 subtle signs you wouldn't have seen coming up, already gone way past the stopping sign, and you need help in building boundaries, drop me a message and I'll show you exactly how to do it. All right? You can message me, or you can the book to link is right below, and if not that, DM me on Instagram. All right, guys. As always, pleasure to speak to you guys. And look, we're getting so close to 1,200, and I want to thank you for the support so far. Honestly, I'm very close to being monetized as well, and I'd appreciate all the support I can get from you guys. If you've been watching this channel and it's been adding value to your life, again, I'm not asking for much. Actually, check out the book for sure. Drop me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.